Ali, coming up next on World Business Today, the housing market in the United States, particularly interesting for Florida this is, appears to be turning a corner. We'll head back to Boca Raton to find out how things are looking in the south of that state.
Pictures. All right, I am in Boca Raton, Florida, where the last debate of the presidential campaign took place last night. Boca is a very interesting place. It's part of the Palm Beaches in Florida, on the east coast of Florida, and it is a mixed demographic. It is, you know, you will have heard of West Palm Beach as one of the most affluent places in America, if not the world, but it's quite a mixed scene, actually. I want to bring in a gentleman who knows more about this than I do. Kevin Kent is the treasurer and the past president at the Realtors Association of the Palm Beach. Good to see you, sir.
Thank you.
Tell our viewers, as we go from Florida, you know, we're going to go Florida, north to Georgia, through the Carolinas, Virginia, Pennsylvania, and into Ohio. Everybody in any of those places has economics as their top concern. But the concerns around here are specific, partially because of the older demographic in Florida and partially because of the housing market here. Tell us about the housing market.
Well, for the last 5 or 6 years, from Miami to Port St. Lucie and across the state through Cape Coral and that area, we've been like ground zero for the housing crisis, and we went over the cliff. And for the last 5 or 6 years, everybody's been trying to deal with that. Our inventory has been highly short sales and foreclosures. Everybody trying to work out solutions because trying to work with the banks to find a solution. A lot of people lost their jobs, and so their confidence levels have been really undermined. The last 7 months now, we started a sense of recovery. We've seen stabilization in the market. We're not seeing the double-digit value depreciation.
So the market's settled. Rates continue to be remarkably low. You can get somebody a mortgage for 3.5% on a 30-year fixed.
Even lower on 15s. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
It's amazing.
And the difference is we've had low rates for a while. Prices have been coming down, but you've actually got credit. People can get those loans.
The documentation on the underwriting process and traditional loans is staggering.
Yeah.
It's really...
For those in the world who don't know, would it be fair to say that there's this much in terms of stuff you have to sign when you go to a closing?
Yes, sir. The underwriting process has gotten very extreme. I think it's gone to the extreme sense, and that'll ease. That will ease. Right now, a lot of our mortgages are done with FHA because people don't have to put so much money down.
That's the Federal Housing Administration.
Government-backed, yes, sir.
Give me some sense of whether any of these, how does politics come into play in this discussion? Are there people you're talking to who say, hey, we want Obama or we want Romney and it's going to get better under one of them?
You know, that's a really good question, because I think that people's politics tend to run with their confidence levels in the future.
Right.
And so housing plays into that. Right. But it's one piece of the big puzzle. So we are feeling a sense of stabilization in the market, which has helped people feel more confident in the future. The last 7 months, our inventories have been decreasing. The sales are going up. It's a unique situation right now. In my 25 years in the business, you can normally say this is a seller's market or a buyer's market. Right now, it seems to be both. This is weird.
Right.
It seems to be both.
Right, because the opportunity for buyers are great because of those low interest rates, because the housing prices are still low, but a lot of those sellers can't get out of their homes just now because they need the prices to go up. Otherwise, they're what we call underwater. Their mortgages are bigger than the value of their home.
Correct. A lot of people bought at the peak, and as soon as they bought, the values went down. Or a lot of people that were very conservative for years in their homes, when we saw double-digit price appreciations for several years in a row, it went to their heads, and they refinanced, and they pulled money out, and they did other things with it, and then they lost their jobs, and they can't make their payments. So a lot of short sales, a lot of people working through short sale problems. But the buyer focus on our area right now is tremendous. 25% of our transactions in the state of Florida, 1 out of 4, is done with a foreign investor.
Wow.
Right now.
Right, so a lot of people are looking at Florida as a place. Kevin, good to see you.
Thank you very much.
I hope things get a lot better for you.
Thank you very much.
All right, very good. Hey, listen, time for us to take a break. When we come back, we'll show you the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange. We're looking at a week open on concerns over Europe and some profit concerns. We'll have that. You're watching World Business Today on CNN.